Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Sunday show. And I got my guitar completely unplugged this morning, and I'm gonna show you something new I got. It was $10.40, I believe. I accidentally ordered two of them, but that's okay. That means now I can play my amp in stereo. I can plug up two amps and play through it without a cord. But here's what I got. These little old things here. I'm not even sure what you call them, my wireless guitar thing. Anyway, I got them off of that Chinese T-Mune company for $10 and something. And this one here's for the plug into your amp or pedal board. Now I'm gonna plug it into my pedal. My first pedal is gonna be going through my digital foot pedal I got. But that's that one, and see the guitar on that, and that goes to your instrument. It can be a guitar, bass, whatever you want. Now, I doubt it'd work on a microphone, but, you know, I could give it a try, because I've got some 1/4-inch jack microphone, standard 1/4-inch jack, just like your guitar cables. It comes with a pair, and it's got a little charger you hook up to a USB, and charge them. The light turns red while it's charging. When it's through charging, the light goes out. Just want to show y'all that. All right, now you got to sync them up. So you push a little button, you see right on the side, there's a button you push up, and then there's a button right here to sync it up. So I'm going to turn it on by pushing the button up. A little light come on blue. Now it turned, well, it's still blue. And now I'm going to turn the guitar one on by pushing the button up. All right, now if both lights are the same color, they synced up. So I won't have to do nothing to it. If it wasn't, if it was green or red or yellow, I'd push this button. Now, that's one thing about it. You can sync it up in green, red, yellow, or blue also. That way, if you got two people in the house or three playing different guitars at the same time, like in a band, you can all have separate channels. So one channel don't get confused, or you ain't sending a signal to the next guy's amp. Okay? So I'm gonna plug this part in right over here to my pedal board now. Let's see if I can swing it all around. You might could even watch that part. Well, let's go ahead and plug the guitar in. That's right here at us. Push it in, it's ready. Alright, pedal board. Where's it at? There it is down there. Alright, I'm gonna reach down here. See me? And I'm gonna push this in. Alright, now I'm going to cut my pedal on. And there we have it. So, with that being said, we got no wires. Now, they do make one of these things that'll fold over. Now, that would be the best one for this guitar. All my other lap steels have the jack on the side right here where that thing there'd be just sticking out. But see, it's just as clear as if I had a cable in. Let me zoom y'all out a little more. Alright, right here. Okay, so I'm as you know, I'm recording a song. I've been mapping out. Yesterday was a bad day. Not bad, but yesterday was a work day. I cut grass for about 6 hours, plus I washed a load of clothes and dried them, and went to town, got our lunch, went to Walmart and got our groceries. So yesterday I don't even think I put a guitar in my hand, which is very unusual. Alright, so the song we riding on's in G, but we're gonna start it off, and I'm gonna practice it in two ways. I'm gonna put distortion on it, but I'm gonna play it clean too through the lap steel part, but in that neighborhood. But I'm gonna start it off with a see how I'm up picking that. All that is a D, then a C, then a G. right, and I'm kind of noticing that this thing stuck in here, stuck in that arm, is actually giving my guitar, well, maybe I had the treble cut off. I didn't mean to, but I was noticing it didn't have no... Okay, so I did, and that's gonna be in the neighborhood. And I'm gonna try to work on that song today. Today's Sunday and ain't much going on. When you're playing lap steel, please keep them fingers down by all means if you can, because all I'm doing to get that sound, hitting the 3rd string first and sliding in from 3 frets above. Hit that first and 2nd string. Then rake across. You can pick it, and I will be using that technique. And write it down right, whatever you want to. You can say you're going from a 3rd fret to 10 to 8, 10. See, I slid all the way up the neck and everybody. There's a G right there. Don't sound bad, slide with that. With this thing plugged in, what would it do if I stepped on the overdrive pedal? Because I can tell that it's got a different sound. It's a little darker to me, unless somebody's come in here and messed with my amp. But it ain't got no legacy. I heard a lot of people complaining that they hit a note and heard it later. Now, I went slam up in the bedroom with this thing plugged in yesterday or the day before on my guitar. First time I put it in lap steel. And, but anyway, I didn't have no legacy doing that. Now, I did go outside and it finally quit completely. But it had a wall in between it. But let's hit the overdrive and see what's going to happen. Overdrive. Well, it just give it a darker overdrive, I can tell you that. Okay, so that don't sound too bad though on the rock song. That's another cool lick. It goes good in a rock song. Now I'm muting with that palm when if you know. So I'm happy with this little thing for $10. I think somebody said I looked them up before I bought it and looked at the reviews, and the reviews were they would last 5 to 6 hours. And I've got 2 of them, so I could go all day with it. But I don't ever play that long. Most I've ever played at one time was probably 4 hours. Now we did do an all-day concert one time, but we had another band with us. Everybody got to take a break, so that wasn't too bad. It was in an outdoor pavilion provided by the city, and it was at the city hall thing. So we had a good time doing that show. Oh, and another thing, in case y'all didn't know or hadn't mentioned, my singing partner that played the guitar and the bass and all, Harold Perry, passed away last week. And if you might have noticed, I wrote a tribute song for him. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. And also I listed names of the rest of the band that's also passed away. I'm actually the last one in the last band we had that's living. The rest of them's gone on. One of them got killed in a motorcycle wreck. That was Gary. And then Matt Harrelson had a heart attack and a stroke, passed away. And now Harold, he had dementia, but his main trouble was he had a bad car wreck and then bought him another car and had another bad car wreck. Ended up in the nursing home, and he never did get over the last car wreck, I don't think. But anyway, that's just the way it happened. He was 83, so he lived a good life. Y'all have a great day. I hope you're learning and getting something out of this. And maybe today I'll go ahead and we'll start working on the Stratocaster part of the rock song I'm writing and recording. I've been tweaking it and changing it a little bit. Didn't put no music on it yesterday, but I just want to try this crazy thing right here. And as you see, it's working. I mean, I'm plugged in over there, no cord. Let's see how it sounds if you go way up into the 15th fret where that G is, because I'm going to have to be using that note. Not too bad, is it? There we go. Anyway, as we see, it's working, and I'm going to be using it. I'm going to try it on my guitars, and I'm going to love it if it gives my Martin acoustic guitar that's got the Fisherman built-in pickup. That's one of the reasons I bought it. Is that way I'm not tripping over wires. Also, I can plug the receiver part. I'm going to call this the sending part, the guitar part, then the receiver part with the amp on it. I can also plug it direct into my Voice Live Play or into my Tascam DP32 recording. And that way, I ain't got a whole bunch of wires. Now, I do have to have wires connected my mic and my speakers, but you can also go wireless on that stuff nowadays. I've not experimented with it, but I'm sure it's going to be expensive, but I'm going to stick with my cables on my PA. I've got regular cables on it that's made for PA speakers, not instrument cables. They're the big 10-gauge wire cables, because if you use an instrument cable, you're going to get a sound that you don't like. One thing, you can pick up fluorescent lights and all kind of stuff. Radio stations, CBs, and whatnot can be picked up on them things. Okay, so each one of y'all have a great day. Now, I'm not sure where this thing here is going to pick up fluorescent light growling or not. I've got a fluorescent light on right in front of me. I've got the amp on, so I don't hear nothing. Now, I hear a little bit of, like, shh, coming out of that little PV amp, but it does that with my guitar cable plugged in also. It's just the nature of the amp. And then I've got other amps that make a whole lot more noise. Sometimes I had to bang them on the top, and they'll be quiet. You just slap it around a little bit, if you know what I mean. Okay, y'all have a great week out there, and we'll proceed with caution on the recording, and we'll put up some videos of how we're going to get her done. So see y'all soon.